On today's app,
I'll be in European Wax Center getting a wax, and the music that's on in there is always like AI pop. It's always like, girl, get down, and you go there and don't come back. And I'm like, that's a real person who made this song.
Go there and don't come back. Girl, go there and don't come back.
Girl, get down.
Get down and go
there and don't come back. Woo, that must be a good ass blowjob.
Yeah, I was even thinking, okay.
I'll be in these spaces and I'm like, and what's this now?
It's like always Andy Grammer in CVS. Hey guys, this is Litty and Shitty in the Big Bad City, a podcast by New Yorkers for everyone. I'm Chlo.
I'm Em, and that's all you need to know.
Let's get started. Okay.
Are we rolling and dicing? Are we rolling the dice today? Hey listeners, are you rolling the dice today?
What does that mean?
I don't know. Gambling? Are you gambling
Are
today?
you gambling?
You know what I was thinking about? And not to start this episode off extremely filthy, but you know how guys are like, women don't care about height too much or whatever?
Yeah.
It's like, well, we can't see your dick. You know, you see our assets. A girl, you go on a date with a girl, you see what she's packing. She can't hide it. You can't hide your boob size and your butt size. I don't know what's under there.
100%.
And height is like hopefully guaranteeing that there's a little bit more we're working with. So it's like,
I don't think
women don't care so much about height. It's like, and you don't care about tits and ass?
Totally. You got him there. You got him there.
Me as someone who's married and been dating someone for 10 years,
Yeah.
men have to stop.
Yeah, actually though.
But I was thinking, I was in the shower today and I was like,
Shower
hey, what
thoughts.
the fuck?
Yeah, you're right. You're so right.
Don't complain if we're superficial. You also kill people, so
Yeah.
like you shoot up school. So give us this. We're gonna care if you're tall or not.
Yeah.
Fuck.
We're coming in hot and heavy.
You know what was funny? We were at a dinner the other night together, and one of the girls who was there, single girl, she was talking about dating, and this was just funny for me. She was like, I would date a comedian. Like they don't have to be hot.
That is so. Every time someone says something like that, like well,
he could be funny. He doesn't have to be hot. I'm like, girl, joke's on you.
Comedians. If you're funny, you're hot. If you're funny, you're hot.
Well, and also I think
there are a lot of
people's definition of hot is just different. But it is fun. It was funny to me that she was like, no, like they don't have to be good looking. I'm like, okay,
that is a crazy thing.
I'm sitting right here.
Yeah, it's okay.
Just kidding.
On behalf
That's not
of
how I
every
took
comedian.
it. Anyway, what's up, Chlo?
Hey, I had the craziest thing happen to me, and I'm so glad we're here.
Okay.
My whole life, I thought I was a Libra Gemini until yesterday. I found out I'm a Libra Aquarius.
It's still air.
Does that make a difference? I just feel like an identity crisis has begun.
Well, I can't even lie. I'm a little thrilled to see that Gemini is not in your chart.
Thank you.
Or in your big
same
three.
With everyone else.
But Aquarius is definitely like hard to get to.
Yeah, I just feel like
maybe that makes sense.
Know
for
her.
You.
I just feel like I don't even know.
It's your moon that's in Aquarius? That kind of tracks because I feel like when it comes to your raw and personal emotions, you're a little aloof with yourself.
This is true.
Wouldn't you say?
I would.
And I feel like that fits with Aquarius.
Interesting. I don't know anything about Aquarius, so it's like, but Aquarius is.
Yeah, I would say that's actually the least. Aquarius and Sag, I feel like I know the least about.
Same.
I am a Taurus Aries. So
we
I'm
both
like
have
breathing fire down your throat.
Yeah, you're scary as fuck.
And I'm like sticking in my sleep and my food and my sex.
You're what?
My sleep and food and sex.
You're sticking in them?
I'm sticking to that's like not what I meant to say, but I just stuck with that after it came out of my mouth.
So you're sticking to that?
Yeah, I love food, sleep, and sex. I have actually been a little bit off the rails with food lately.
Have you?
In a way where like I'll be out at a bar.
You?
Have I? I have. I was out at a bar after the show the other night and all I could think about was like the little nuts they brought. And I finished every dish of them and everyone was like talking and chatting. And I was like, until those are out of my sight, I can't stop sticking my hand in there and wanting more. And this morning I went, because I'm always telling people, I'm like, yeah, because I intermittent fast, I can eat whatever I want, which is like kind of true, but it's also like, I'm having a little bit of an addiction issue right now.
Totally. That I was going to say.
I need to cut myself off. And when's the last time I restricted myself? Not in a while.
I haven't either.
And I need to cut off a little bit.
I don't know. Like there's a tight line between like living La Vida Loca and like being a regular human. Because I will say, like, I hate when I get hyper fixated. Like if I have something yummy in my mouth, it's like that is my whole fucking
That's my whole life. And I have been doing that in social settings. Like I don't care about the interesting conversation. I care about the honey mustard pretzel mix that's sitting right in front of me.
Yeah.
I don't even care about the cocktail I'm drinking.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah.
I've clocked it recently. I'm like, oh, I gotta fix this because like I can't have my problem be that like I can't stop eating socially. Well, I guess I can.
You totally can. And we all actually have that problem.
To me, I'm like, I'm not enjoying myself out and about because I'm like, more food.
One thing I love about our friendship is that we're so aligned there.
Yeah.
And also with Ollie, like he's not even like, he is so food oriented too.
Right.
Which like is good and bad. Like we're definitely not ourselves when we're hungry. We definitely need a Twix bar every now and then. But then like he and I, like if we're going out to eat, we're going to eat. We're like going to sit down and eat. Like we'll talk later. We're so obsessed with the food. We are in and out within 30 minutes. And then we could talk all night. But we're like so obsessed with the food aspect of going out to eat.
I'm really looking forward to moving downtown and being around so many more restaurants to stone's throw away because I'm like,
love that.
I love food. However, I do think that what I'm trying to do to curb it, because even I was on like a long drive with Sam driving to DC, and my mom packed us a whole snack bag. We got my car, so of course my mom had to like make a whole pantry for us. No meatballs, but like so many snacks.
Okay.
Because my mom's the cutest woman in the world. And I was like
no, you are.
Stop me, chlo. But I was trying to go the whole car ride without breaking the seal because I knew once I opened one of those, they will all be gone immediately.
Yeah.
So I was like really trying to hold off. And then I thought to myself, I think what I'm going to do, and I already kind of do this, I'm going to keep a bar on me at all times.
You actually have inspired me to do that because
a lot of the time it's just the hunger and it drives you crazy, and then you just can't stop eating because you can't forget how hungry you just were.
Yeah.
And even when you're not hungry anymore, like I'm still feeling how desperate I felt on my way here. So if I have a bar and I curb that initial bite of like, fuck everything, I need food.
Yeah.
It can hopefully
hold you over.
Slow
Protein too.
The food attack when I start digging into everything.
Protein too. Holds you over. Longevity of protein. You know, I do think that having a bar is like the most adult thing you can do, like to actually take care of yourself. If you have a big day, like you should have a bar on you.
Yeah. Or I had a bar the other night because I had it in my bag because I didn't know.
What kind of bars?
I'm really into the Go Macro bars.
Cool.
They're like vegan protein. They like taste pretty good. Because I started to realize that Think Thin tastes like dusk. I mean, that would be gorgeous. A protein bar that tastes like dusk. Ooh, sign me up. I need that every day.
I actually think it kind of does taste like dusky.
No, it tastes like dust.
Musty.
Yeah, dust.
Yeah, like, or cardboard.
Dust. Yeah.
And it just crumbles away.
Yeah, no, it doesn't crumble, but I'm tasting it. I'm like, this tastes like it's been sitting on a shelf and like got a layer of like dust over it.
Yeah, dusk reminds me of, I'm reading Akatar still.
Okay.
It's taking me forever.
Okay. I just opened a book.
American Mermaid.
Yeah, how'd you know?
Because I walked to the bathroom and I thought, you're reading a book about me?
Ah! Go! Ellie didn't like that.
She loved it.
Ellie and I have the same eyes, green.
Oh, she's
same green
pretty.
eyes.
Remember when you like thought you had like blue eyes? You have
I have green eyes.
Okay.
Yep. The makeup artist on John's movie said, you know you have green in your eyes, and I will take that, put it on my tombstone.
And then when
Emily Wilson, she had some green in her eyes.
And when you were on your honeymoon the whole time, you're like, I have green eyes.
Wait, I did though. You saw that, right?
Yeah. But
there was green. I had green looking eyes. I had like reptilian eyes.
Yeah, but you have brown eyes to the naked eye.
You're just jealous.
You're
just jealous because yours are really brown and mine are green.
Like,
so
I'm
you're
upset.
just getting a little upset because you're jealous of my green eyes.
Like, you don't know what it's like waking up with just brown eyes every day.
No, and I feel bad for you.
You know what's so funny in Broad City when like Alana and Abby are on FaceTime and they're like, dude, think about what it's like to have blue eyes. Those freaks. Like, it must be so weird. And I was like, that's funny because I do think about that. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think about how if I had light eyes, how many more things would come to me.
Yeah, my influencer journey would take off.
Right, because it's like your eyes. Think about every like actor, actress, or like successful. It's like they got the light eye. You have fucking light eyes, don't you? Nicole sitting over there with her light eyes.
Nicole,
look at anyone big. They've got the most beautiful eyes. You got to have nice eyes.
Yeah.
That's why I'm in comedy. I'm kidding.
Me too. Not
in comedy. Podcasting.
I know. Some people ask me like, are you a comedian? And I was like, yes.
No, don't say that. Do you really say that?
No. I'm like, would I ever say that? Never. But I'm like, they're always like, oh, so you're in comedy. I'm like, it's a podcast. It's actually sci-fi.
I should start saying that. Like, so is it a comedy podcast? No, it's sci-fi. No, yeah, we dig into
it's docuseries.
Science fiction. No. Sci-fi is fiction. Science fiction.
Yeah, but then that was like another thing. I was just like riffing.
Okay, chlo does have some comedic instinct. That's what everyone always says to me. They're like, wait, so she a comedian? I'm like, no, she actually works in like fashion and influencer marketing. They're like, she's so funny. And you kind of get the benefit there because like you're not a comedian. So it's like anything you do that's funny. It's like, but hey, she's pretty funny.
People always like
Meanwhile,
to tell me
I'm constantly bombing on this thing.
People do like to tell me that I'm so funny on this podcast.
You're very funny. You are very funny.
Thank you. But I'm like, it's funny to me because I'm like, we're like chit chat. It's easy to be funny with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Or no? Like,
right. Yeah. But like put you on a stage without me.
Don't do that ever.
I don't know. I think you could hold your own for a bit.
Don't ever put me on a stage without you. No.
I won't.
Okay.
You know, I was going to say you brought up American Mermaid. I'm reading this book called American Mermaid.
Yeah.
And you know what's so funny? It's actually because someone recommended it to me. And you know how usually it's like, oh, I'm going to write that down.
Yeah.
Never look at it again.
Yeah.
I wrote it down and I got it.
Well, you put it on Goodreads.
I did. Do you check my Goodreads?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Do you check mine? I'm always reading something like, oh, I'm
the Philosopher's Principles of how to self-fuck yourself.
I thought you were going to like say like, you're reading like a self-help book. Like I'm a 28-year-old in influencer marketing and I don't know what to do with my boyfriend or something like that. Like it's normally like so on the nose.
Oh, what you're reading? Yeah, yeah.
I do know what to do with my boyfriend.
Well, that's because of the one Goodreads up read I saw that you had. It was like, fuck me now or else. And I was like, what are you reading?
You guys, I'm obsessed with that book.
It was literally called like, I'm desirable.
No,
some?
It's called Want Me, a sex therapist.
That's what I said.
It's by a sex therapist.
That's what I said.
It's basically about this, like, you guys asked, so I'm going to tell them. It's about a writer, an author, who goes on set to
not
porn
a horse
shoots.
Rider? Not someone who, you said rider. It's about a rider. Someone who rides horses.
I'm done.
I quit. I quit. Goes on what? On shoots? What'd you say?
She goes on porn sites.
Like
what?
Sets?
Sets. And she's like on set, like documenting it. And I thought that was so interesting. Like I love sex and I love writing.
I love sex too. I had sex yesterday and I was like, all right, this shit rocks.
Stop
this
bragging.
So fun. Okay. But you read enough self-help books and it's like, I almost just started reading another one and I was like, what are you going to say? Just do it? Because they all say the same thing. They're like, just write it down and do it and praise yourself.
You like tell us to do that on this podcast like every day.
I do.
But you know what? I don't read self-help books anymore, okay? I'm reading At Guitar.
And like, what is that again? Like the philosopher told his
This is not about philosopher, it's about fairies. And it reminded me about the fairies because
this is a sci-fi podcast.
Because you said the dusk. You said it tastes like dusk. And
I did say that.
The dusk court. The dusk court is in my book. You guys.
Well, what I was going to say about American Mermaid, what I was going to say about my thing that has nothing to do with yours is I'm reading it. I am.
Are you reading it?
Yep, I'm reading it. Because didn't you see the copy on your shelf?
Oh, yeah.
Fucker.
Yeah, it was on my. Wasn't the shelf.
Hey, and can I ask you this? Would you say that to a blind person?
Well, I'd say to them if they said they're reading it, I'd be like, "You're not reading it."
You would? If a blind person said, "Yeah, I just read this book called American Mermaid," would you go, "No, you didn't. You used your ears, fucker. You can't see." Would you say that to them?
I'd say, "How?"
Wow. Wow.
Is that fucked up?
No, if they're funny, they'd probably be like, I know, right? With my ears.
I bet you a blind person wouldn't have ever opened their mouth and say, I read this book recently.
How about you fuck yourself and go meet one and then tell me?
I know a blind person.
Who?
One.
Who?
Stevie Wonder.
You know him?
I know him.
Call him up. Say, hey, Stevie.
Stevie.
Do you read?
He'd say no. He listens.
I don't think so.
He wouldn't say he reads. Would he? That ass. Would Stevie Wonder say he reads a book?
I think I don't know a blind person.
Oh God, you got to get out there more.
Oh, now it's like gonna be me.
You like always think bad things are gonna happen to you.
Yeah, because
They don't. They happen to me.
Okay.
Okay, a comedian?
Okay, literally.
No, seriously.
Chloe's at an open mic.
No, literally, I'm tell us about American Princess.
Do you know a blind person, Nicole? American Princess? It's American Mermaid, but I guess those are the same to you. Princesses and mermaids. They're all Chloe Richmond.
Hold on. Nicole?
Do you know a blind person?
I feel like not fully blind, but like they have impairment issues.
So I know one of those too, David Zucker.
Yeah, he's legally blind, but he's like he doesn't. Blonde. It's like he can still. He's not like I think he actually that would be a good question if he reads.
Call him.
I know he has like a big font on his phone, I think, but he talks about it on his Instagram all the time.
Sometimes he uses a stick.
Yeah, but actually he plays. It's interesting because he talks about this too. He like plays basketball and he like nails. He's like such a good shooter because he has such a feel for the ball and the distance. Because like you have to when you can't see it as well. Really interesting.
That's beautiful. We should definitely have David on the podcast.
We should get David on.
Being blind.
But anyway, I'm reading American Mermaid.
Wait, not just to talk about being blind. I think you're really brilliant.
He is very brilliant.
No,
he's like the only person who's doing what he's doing right now, which is like analyzing how to use the internet.
I love his emails. Okay, American Hustler. Tell us about
it. American Hustler.
Good night, David.
American Mermaid is a book that I'm reading, and it's very meta. It's like about a woman who wrote a book, American Mermaid, and is like selling it to Hollywood, and they like mess it up so her character comes to life. Whatever.
I like that.
And the reason I'm reading it, and it's because it's part of my whole new thing of I'm trying to like do things as soon as I say I'm going to do it, write it down, answer that text, send that email, just do it now. And this person recommended it to me, and I went on nypl.org, NewYorkPublicLibrary.org, requested book, got the email, book is ready for pickup, gotta go get it, otherwise they're going to take it away from me. Do you use the library?
No, but tell me.
I am so into the library. I love when the government has something that works and I can use it. Can use it and it works. I go to nypl.org. I say, hey, I want to read American Mermaid. I send and I say, I want to pick it up here. 3 days later, I get an email. Hey, Emily, the government works. The library got your book for you. They put it on the shelf. I go into the library.
How do you go?
There's people in there. There's people at the library.
Reading?
There's reading, using the computers.
Listening.
Working at a desk. Shh. There's a librarian. There's a fucking librarian. Like out of the movies. There's a librarian in the library.
What does she look like?
You go to the holds. They all come in all shapes and sizes these days. And you go up into the holds, and there it is. My library, last 4 digits of my library card. Emily Wilson, here's your book.
Wait, hold on.
Your tax dollars at work, folks.
Wait a second. What do you mean your last 4 digits of your library card?
I have a library card.
And
it has a code number.
And where did you get it?
The library. You got to go. You got to go to get one. Isn't that amazing?
Wait, Emily, hold on. Slow your roll.
I love this shit.
Slow your roll, sister queen. I have a few questions.
Okay.
So you email someone?
No. You go.
You just show up and you say, I'm here. They have our library cards already?
No, no, it's not like your social security number. Okay. It's not like everyone's born with a library card. But you go and I'm sure you could maybe do it online. I'm pretty sure you have to go in person. But
probably not, but these days.
I did it a couple years ago when I was like in a low point in my life and I was like randomly at a library. You know, when you're like in a low point and you're like starting to do things you'd never do?
Yeah.
So I was like at the library. I was like, I'm going to get a library card. I'm going to get a library card. And I went up to the desk and I just had to show them my like Con Ed build, like prove I live here. And
can your license work?
If it says your address, yeah, certainly. But mine's still New Jersey. And so, but you got to show like 2 things. They don't just let anybody walk in and get a library card.
So it's not as easy as Social Security.
I live here, okay?
I live here.
And then you get the library card. And then when you go to check out books, you need your library card to check out the book.
So tell me this much. It's free?
It's free. It's free. It's fucking free.
Emily.
It's not free because your taxes pay for it, but it's like
girl money.
As someone who was raised Republican and is not anymore, you know deep in my bones, I love when the government works for me and does what I ask.
That's girl money right there.
That's girl money. That's
math.
Girl math. That's girl money. Ooh, what's girl money? I want some pink dollars. I would love that.
Oh.
But I love that. I'm like, what else actually works that I need? Like the subway,
I don't wanna talk
fine,
about that
but
stuff.
it could
I
use
wanna
improvements. The library, no notes. No notes. I get on nypl.org. I say, you got this one? They get, they gay. Yeah, we're gay and we got it. Okay. And we will get it to whatever gay library you want to send your gay book to.
Yeah, your library gay book.
They are it's so cool.
They are so gay.
It's like the post office. When we talked about that, it's like, how'd you do that?
Yeah.
I gave them my old passport and I just sent it and they got it.
I know, I don't know.
That's your tax dollars at work too, but you got to pay for the postage. Library, pay for nothing except the steps that get you there.
Wait,
paying for that in calories.
Hold on.
Opposite, you're making money. You're losing calories. That's another benefit of the library. You go there, you burn calories on your way. It gets better. It gets better. They've got air conditioning.
Shut up.
It's so fucking cold in there. And then in the summer, you walk in, you go, yeah, man. Not only am I going to get my book, but I'm going to use your toilet. Free bathroom.
Free toilet paper.
I want to marry the library.
It sounds like
I want to take the library out to dinner and fucking doll her up and wine and dine that library because she deserves it. She works so hard for us and she doesn't have to. She doesn't have to.
She does. She gets paid to do it.
By who? Barely.
Us.
The building's falling apart, chlo. It's so cold, but it's disheveled. She's a frail old woman, that library, and we gotta feed her. Someone's gotta fuck her. I want to take that library out on a date and give her a good time. She deserves it. Woo! Support your local library. And then they have like classes for kids, whatever.
When you get jazzed up about something and you get those two fingers
rolling through the air.
Wait,
what?
I have more questions.
Okay.
Apparently, you can bring your Kindle and you can also get books from the library on your Kindle. Can you speak to that?
No, I famously don't like Kindle because I like to turn the page of a book.
Yeah.
And I like to preserve everything in the age of the internet. I love to preserve analog habits.
Okay, cool. The next thing I have to say to you is, how many libraries are there in New York? And do you just use the one library, like with the lions outside?
No. So there's one
where Carrie Bradshaw got married, if we all know and love.
So is that where she got married?
Well, she was gonna.
How many libraries are in New York City?
Until Big left her at the altar.
Oh, I've seen that scene. There are 219 local branches in New York City. You guys have no excuse. You can be reading for free. I don't want to hear anything about like, well, I don't want to pay for a book.
Oh my God,
you can get it for free. And you know what else is fun? There's a little bit of
I bet you're going to tell me because I can't even get a goddamn word in with your excitement.
No, because when I'm horny for a subject, I can't get it out. There are, like, if you want a book and everyone else wants it too, you have to wait. So then when it's ready and it's like, Emily, knock, knock, your request is ready for pickup, you're like, fuck yeah. And then you go get it and then you have even more fun reading it because you couldn't just get it right away.
They dangle it to tease.
They dangle it.
I'm obsessed with this.
I bet you have a local. You want me to find your local library for you?
I would like to go to the New York Public Library with the lions outside.
No, because then it becomes like you're never going to go.
Fine, find me a library. Find me a library.
Like,
and
there's
tell
libraries
everyone
all over the place.
Library.
They're all over the place. And like, we aren't giving them enough love. Wait.
Hey, you
just
guys.
look in Google Maps.
You know what else is tea about libraries?
Say it.
I used to have a library card strictly to go to the library to use the printer.
Is the printer free?
I don't remember. It might have been a few cents.
Breaking news.
Wait.
Breaking news. The library has a printer?
I don't know if they all do, but I used to have one just to be able to go use a printer.
That's huge, Nicole.
So.
Wait,
that is pretty huge. I'm going to Google that right after I tell you your local library. Your local library is the Andrew High School Braille and Talking.
High school or high
and
school
talking
with an accent?
Library.
High school?
High school. They all have fun names like Ellie.
Cut that shit out. Cut that shit out.
The one by me is the St. Agnes, but now I'm moving, and now my new library, it looks like, will be the Hudson Park Library.
Oh, I want to go to that one.
You can also go to Jefferson Market Library. They all have fun names. Ottendorfer Library. They're all near you. Now let me look it up if it's free to print.
Because that would actually change a lot of people's lives, and that's a clip that's going viral. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Is printing at the library free, New York?
Sucks if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I will.
The fee to print from your personal device is 20 cents per page.
That'll do. That'll fucking do.
What's Staples?
What?
What's Staples fee?
Oh, like, you know what Staples is?
Yeah. What's the fee to print at Staples?
I thought she didn't know what Staples was. I was like, she's living in the 2000s and what?
Black and white, 22 cents per page.
So it's cheaper at the public library.
Yeah, 2 cents cheaper per page.
So you guys, if your boss is like, I need you to print this on the way to the event, or you need to like have like call sheets or something, go to the library. The biblioteca.
Go to the biblioteca.
Biblioteca.
Yeah.
It's pissing me off.
Yeah.
That's pissing me off.
Yeah, but use your local library. That was the point of that.
Oh my God, this seriously is the most epic episode because I didn't even think of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really I'm going to use the library every day.
And it's free. It's free.
Thank God for Liddy and Chitty, or you guys would have no idea.
And guess what? Outside of New York, there's library twos. There's library twos, library number twos. Go to your local library.
They're not New York libraries, but they're the same libraries in different states.
You know what, though? You can't bring your dog in a library. I was going to pick up a book the other day. The guy goes, can't bring her in here. I go, I'll be 2 seconds. He goes, fine, but you can't next time. I go, okay.
Pretty girl privilege.
Pretty girl privilege.
So I think you're pretty.
Ooh, thanks, chlo.
You're welcome.
Pretty girl privilege.
Pretty Girl Rock by Carrie Hilton. Anyone?
Yes. Have you been seeing the stuff about third spaces on TikTok?
No. We have totally different FYEPs.
Why? What's been going on in your FYP?
There's like this dance that people in Hawaii are doing that's like very traditional, and I actually love it. It itches a part of my brain that I didn't know needed itching.
Hawaiian dances. That's cool.
I'll show it to you.
I like that.
What about you? It's like
what?
That's kind of how it goes.
Oh, the dance?
Yeah.
I thought that was your impression of my For You page. Mine is talking about third spaces, and it's like a third space is like not your house, not your office. Places where you hang out.
Oh, I like that. I thought you were going to be like, it's places that are taking up and ruining the New York system. I thought you were going to like bum me out.
No. Is that what you think of me?
Sometimes. I don't think you bum me out. Whoa. I don't think you bum me out, but sometimes you're like, oh my God, that's great. You know, we're all going to die.
Well,
you're realistic.
One of the most beautiful things about our species is that unlike other animals, we are aware of death, and we know we are all mortal. And that's it's very interesting. We live with the knowledge that we will die. That's interesting.
Okay. So third spaces.
Aquarius moon ass. Going, like, don't talk about the scary stuff ass.
Don't do it. I say to Ollie when he does it, right? Don't do it. And he gets really upset. He's like, ew, get out of my face. He like hates when I do that. So I do it more.
Yeah.
I'll be like, zone.
Yeah.
Zone.
Yeah.
He's like, oh.
John's biggest fear is that I'm going to get the ick.
No, like that's.
And it's like kind of a bit, but he's like actually like afraid
that
like, I'm going to get the ick.
That's sort of what happens with Ollie and I.
You actually get the ick?
No, he gets the ick from me when I say don't do it.
Well, guys are not supposed to get the ick. Apparently only a girl.
I mean, he's not going to do anything about it.
Right. Facts. Okay. Yeah, you got a big ass closet in here. What, he's going to kick you out? Your whole walls, you live here now.
I live here.
Do you think that since living with your boyfriend, you have like, did you ever have any fear about like, don't break up with me?
No.
Okay. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
That's cool. Did you ever get that, Nicole?
After moving in, or what do you mean exactly?
No, like before. Like before you're living with your boyfriend or girlfriend, aren't you sometimes like, I hope you don't break up with me? And like have a little bit of a fear that you could maybe get broken up with?
Mine's a little more sad of like, I hope you don't get bored with me.
And then break up with
you. That's like
you.
the same kind of fear.
Yeah, but it's more of like, I hope you don't get bored with me, and then don't tell me for like 2 years, and then suddenly we have like a sad falling out, and we're getting more and more intertwined every single day. Oh my God,
Nicole.
Whoa.
You shouldn't have asked me.
No, but that's good. It's good to get more perspectives. I mean, this one over here thinks no one's ever going to dump her.
Not that. I didn't say that. In this relationship, I feel like we're
We're chilling?
Yeah.
Well,
wouldn't it be funny if you broke up with me like next week?
Yeah, I know. And
that's how life works.
I was going to say, once you move in, I feel like you kind of, the fear is not about breaking up. It's about, well, what is the fear? What is the fear?
Moving out.
You both are unmarried girls who live with your partners.
The fear is just like moving out. That would suck. Don't want to schlep again.
Right, but I guess, and then it's also like, why does there have to be a fear?
I don't have a fear right now.
Wait, what was I even going to ask you with icks and stuff?
You were going to tell me about that girls don't get icks and that there's a third party spaces.
Oh, third spaces. Yeah. Forget whatever I was going to say.
Okay, Nicole, don't answer that, I guess.
So don't answer.
If you have fears, keep them.
Did it bother you when I called you guys unmarried women?
No, because that's the facts.
Okay. You know,
were you trying to say it in a rude way?
Unmarried and childless I'm realizing in this moment. It's like those are such negative sounding adjectives.
Wait, I don't think it's negative to be unmarried, but I know that in this day and age,
JD Vance using like childless cat lady.
Yeah, that's
it's like
what I was
childless
gonna say.
is used as an insult.
Yeah, it's
an
like
unmarried woman. You're not thinking she's happy.
Yeah, but I know.
If you heard a man refer to an unmarried woman, isn't there a little bit of a negative connotation?
Well, it's suggesting that the goal and the mission is to be married.
To be married, right. And right now you are not hitting that goal.
So you're not worthy.
Right.
You know what, Nicole, we're living with our man. Like, so it's like we're like doing what we need to do.
Whereas it's like a single man.
Correct.
Well, you would sooner say a single man than an unmarried man. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Fuck.
Seriously, you guys? Fuck. Okay, should we all be silent for a few minutes and let that muster?
You know what I've realized? Have I talked about this yet on the podcast?
You're married?
I'm married, and my the depression or like identity crisis or whatever you want to call the like 3 months after your wedding when you're like processing it.
Yeah. The post-marriage blues
is like realizing that I don't know where I am in the movie right now. Have I talked about this?
You haven't, but I talk about this every day with my therapist. Every day? I don't see her every day. Come on now. Every week.
No, but you have a boyfriend. You just moved in with your boyfriend. I know exactly where you are in your movie.
No, right? But it doesn't always look like we can't, don't do that.
No. Well, let me finish my thought.
Okay.
I think that like, for every other part of my life, I've seen it in the movies, like graduating high school, like going to college, getting a boyfriend, moving in with the boyfriend, starting out in your career, like getting engaged, preparing for the wedding, father of the bride, going through a breakup, forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Well, father of the bride's a little tough for me.
Right. Okay. So
things don't always end up how you think.
Wedding planning movies, The Wedding Planner. You'll have one maybe. And that movie, if you get married. I've had all these movies to explain to me where I am in my life. And right now this is
just the part of like, what's this part?
Like, could you imagine someone being like, you have to see this movie. It's about a girl in New York. She just got married. You have to go see it. You know what I mean? Totally. Like, it's like, oh, is it, she must hate the husband. No, they really love each other. And it was a long time coming.
What? That sounds kind of nice.
Oh my God, I forgot to tell you. She got a dog.
Hey.
Oh no, do they hate the dog?
Kind of.
No, they kind of love the dog.
Kind of hate it.
So where's the conflict? Do you know what I mean? I'm like, what part of the movie am I in? No one's like, I don't know what to do with myself.
But it's
until you have a kid, you're just like useless to society.
I don't think that's true. I think being like, it's comfortable, but the way you're describing it is like it's a bad movie, and I don't think it's a bad movie.
What's the movie fucking about?
It doesn't have to be about anything.
Yes, it does. When have you gone to a movie that's not about anything?
All the time. Challengers.
That's about something.
No, like,
are you kidding? It's about these like relationships and the conflict over time, and the competition between these boys.
It didn't really feel like it was about anything. Like we didn't get a solution ever.
But you can admit there was conflict. There has to be conflict in a movie. There's never, ever a movie that's not about a conflict. That's the number one thing. 10 minutes in, you see the conflict.
I think you're experiencing stuff that every person in their like late 20s, early 30s experience. And just because you're married, you're there, but we're going to be there too.
That is so not what I'm talking about.
What?
About other people not experiencing it?
No, like where you are is like that's just sorry.
No, I know. I'm saying I'm in a really dull part of my life right now.
And that's kind of what it's going to be.
I was trying to make fun of it.
Oh, it just seemed really sad a little.
But I know it is kind of sad, but everything that ultimately that's sad is funny to me.
I was trying to make you feel better.
There's no movie. There's no movie about it. And I don't even think I'm in someone else's movie. That's how boring I am. There's no the movie about like Trainwreck, right? Like the girl's a mess, and then the sister who's married with child has the girl who has her shit together.
Yeah,
I'm not the sister in the movie. The best thing I think I can be in this movie is like I am the main character's over here getting broken up with, and she drops something, and I'm like, I'm in the background of the scene. Maybe
I see what you're saying.
There's no married childless protagonist. I don't know my life right now.
Well, at least you have a podcast.
Yeah. It really wasn't meant to be sad. It was meant to make you laugh. But ultimately,
I was just trying to make you feel better because, like, I think that's the way it is. That's
unfortunately. I guess I was like faux complaining for the sake of a bit, but I guess it really came off like I'm sad. I'm not sad.
Yeah, I know you're not. I was just saying,
I'm more just like, what do I do with myself now? Who am I?
What I was also saying is like, that's everyone realizes as we get older. That's it.
What's it?
every second we're like, what is this? Oh, this is it.
Yeah, but I usually feel that for the big stuff. Like I remember graduating high school and college and being like, oh, this is graduating high school and college. And like even getting married, I'm like, oh my God. And that was my wedding.
Yeah.
Like, it's not way down the line. You think it's still like, I'm
Correct.
like, whoa, I can't believe I already had my wedding.
So right now it's kind of a nice time in your life to just like sit and enjoy the roses.
Totally. And I am, man. I was just making fun of the fact that I'm like, I've never seen this part in the movies.
You're getting defensive.
Even people who get married in the suburbs, I know where they're at. They're like in the overalls, painting the house and
painting
like building
nursery.
But I'm like,
you live in New York and you're like in a different.
I'm like, I'm moving to the West Village and hopefully that'll get me out more.
I think it will.
Yeah, whatever. I'll take my bits to the stage.
Yeah, save those for a rainy.
Not to you.
Save them to the stage.
Save them to the stage.
Save them to the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry I got defensive.
Okay.
I'll try to make my bits more recognizable.
Just like we're both just unmarried women. What can we do about it?
Huh?
We're just unmarried women. We can't relate. What are we gonna do?
You can relate. You have plenty of movies about you guys. Girl in her 20s.
I've never thought about things like in like that happening to me in like a movie perspective, but when I saw Easy A for the first time, and there was that moment when Lisa Kudrow, is that her name? Is like,
what did you just
Lisa
say?
Kudrow?
Lisa Kudrow?
Yeah.
Lisa Kudrow.
Sounds right. When she, there you go.
Yeah.
Bringing it back. They don't know.
That was all my anger about you not getting that I was joking.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry.
It's okay. I'm not actually angry.
I know. I'm talking about Lisa Kudrow.
Lisa Kudrow.
She says in the Easy A, she's like, don't do stupid things that will make a headline. And that always stuck with me my whole life. Like if I just like, let's say I'm walking down the street in like a really dangerous place. It's like, this girl was visiting a dangerous neighborhood and she got killed. Like, don't make a headline, Chloe. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how I'm thinking of like experiences and like headlines, not movies ever. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
Do you?
I guess you don't really watch movies except for The Treasure of Foggy Mountain.
I've only in my whole life watched The Treasure of Foggy Mountain, and I watch that movie every single night, available on Peacock.
No, Amazon Prime now, I think.
And?
I don't know. I should check.
You can watch it on airplanes. We know that much.
You can watch it on airplanes.
I love The Treasure of Foggy Mountain. It's a really good movie.
It's a great movie.
And it's pretty much the only movie I've seen in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what Challengers was about.
I think of my life in movies.
That's interesting.
Or like, I don't know. I feel like it's like you've seen it in the movies. I feel like a lot of people fight based on what they see in the movies. Like I feel like a lot of early relationship fights, you act like the way you've seen it in the movies.
Because it's supposed to be a certain way.
Right. So wait, that's kind of the point I'm making.
So it also seems
that's
like...
maybe kind of the fucking point I'm making.
Yeah, so maybe you should have made that point a little faster so we could have gone there and then we wouldn't have had to have this awkward moment where we're like, I'm not getting you, you're not getting me.
Yeah.
But I get you.
That's the beauty of this podcast. We're like yin and yang.
We're hashing it out here on the couch.
Hashing it out here on the couch.
With Chloe and Em. That's our new podcast.
Yeah. We're starting a second one.
Because this one is so fucking good. It's sci-fi.
It's sci-fi.
Yeah, but so allegedly you're saying that your life is boring and shouldn't be a movie?
I'm just saying, and I guess this is me begging the universe to make something go wrong, and I'm not trying to do that at all.
Like,
I'm just saying,
be careful what you wish for.
I know, and I'm saying that in the movies, you know, there's movies about the wedding, and then there's movies she's having a baby.
Yeah,
you know, you don't get the in between. You don't even get tertiary characters who are like just married.
Correct.
So I'm like a little bit, because I don't want kids for a little while longer, I'm like, this is such a random time.
Yeah, that's fun. But
and like when I look back on my life, I'm not like, my parents never talked to me about the time before they had kids. It's like they were dating and then they had my brother.
That's interesting.
You don't really hear about that part.
That's really interesting that that's why I think a lot of what you're saying is coming from. Like my parents were married for 10 years before they had me.
Same with mine.
And they didn't want kids.
Same with mine.
Oh,
or they
really?
they waited 9 years before they wanted kids at different. They were not aligned, and then finally it was like
interesting.
all right.
Oh, because your parents were older when they had you.
Yeah, my dad was 52.
Yeah, my dad was 70. It's not 70. My dad was 70. My dad was 48.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
So, but my mom always talks, my parents would always talk about like the fun that they had after they got married. Like that's a really big time in their life.
Right. I know. And it's like, Jesus, 9 years. I think I've heard 2 stories.
I know.
From that time.
I know.
Like, so it feels like I'm in, like when I will talk about my young life, I will be talking about the lead up to getting married. And then I will be talking about being pregnant. And I'm not going to talk about like, yeah, like we saw this one in the West Village and it had so much more space than the other ones I saw.
But then you also like, you had a smash on, like you're doing shit. Like, thank God you have shit. You could be just like sitting around, you know?
I guess so. But like, I don't make nearly any money.
Yeah, but not
doing it.
Yeah, but who cares? You know, who cares? We all care. But like, we're all trying our best,
aren't we? You want me to bum you out? You were like, you're not bumming us out enough. Talk more about scary stuff.
Say it.
I don't know if this will bum you out, but this is something I've been thinking about lately.
Okay.
I get anxiety about like the more music and movies and shows and books. There's just more.
Yeah,
they're not going away, and I'm like, how am I gonna remember all of these?
I know.
Like it kind of feels like with my parents, it's like music started in like 1950, so they had like a handful of songs.
They knew,
so of course they were like, let's twist again.
Yeah, they all knew that song.
Yeah, and with us, it's like I don't remember songs anymore. Like a song will come on somewhere, I'm like, this song, and it's like
totally.
Odds are I'm gonna forget it again and never remember it because there's just more. There's only more being made, and there's more of us on Earth, so we're making more and more. And I'm like, how am I gonna remember it all? I don't have room up here. It's really exponentially more is being made, and I'm like, in 5 years, I'm gonna be like, remember, give me that me espresso or whatever. I'm gonna be like, remember that, like. I don't feel like we are like preserving our culture because there's too much of it. And I'm like,
I think so
how
too.
I gotta like write down the songs I like.
I was gonna say that's so funny because someone was just talking to me about like their list of boys that they've kissed in their life.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know who I kissed in my life because I didn't write them down. And I was like, oh my God. Like all this time has passed and I don't know who, like whatever.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh my God, that's why people write down their like body counts.
Yeah, people do write those down.
And then I realized, I was like, oh my God, that's why Goodreads has changed my life because we can write down every book we have.
I leave reviews on Goodreads, not for other people, for me.
For you to remember.
So I can go back and be like, oh, that's how I felt about that book.
That's like when iTunes first came out and we were able to have our own like
music library. Yeah.
Like that was life-changing. And that's why I think shuffling our music is really important to bring back. But all even of our then,
like
songs.
I'll be in European Wax Center getting a wax, and the music that's on in there is always like AI pop. It's always like, girl, get down and go there and don't come back. And I'm like, that's a real person who made this song.
Go there and don't come back. Girl, go there and don't come back.
Girl, get down.
Get down and go
there and don't come back. Woo, that must be a good ass blowjob.
Yeah, I was even thinking, okay.
I'll be in these spaces and I'm like, and what's this now?
It's like always Andy Grammer and CVS. You gotta keep your head up.
But that we know. I'm talking about like there's so much now and I don't even know the half of it. Like there's these random artists, which like, you know, I don't even want that to sound rude. They're fucking artists doing their thing, making this music. But for me, I'm hearing it in European Wax Center while I'm getting hair ripped out of my puss.
Yeah.
And I'm going, I'm never going to hear the song again. And it's always like, danger.
Yeah. Danger and sex.
Yeah, it's like, what is this?
It's so
Who wrote this? Where are you? Is this how you make money? Or is this like your side hustle? Well, there's that guy in the gas station on TikTok who was like, sliding, everybody's sliding. I'm like, I know that right now, but in 2 months, I'm going to forget about you because there's no like meaning to anything anymore. There's too much of it. There's too much of it.
I so know what you mean. Like it is scary, and that is real. And also, like if you ever watch these new reality TV shows, like when they're switching,
no, that's a realm.
Yeah,
I can't even go in.
With music, when they're switching from like a scene, it's like
danger.
Yeah, it's all danger.
Danger at the shore
in the convertible. Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
And then it's like ends, and you're like, I'll never think of that again. And I didn't even hear it. It just was like. And then it like changed. And I'm like, what? It's like, yeah. And then it's the new scene.
Yeah, fuck. And like that's I think also why we're in such a nostalgia era right now, because it's like, well, we all remember this, right?
Yeah.
There's like a common cultural thread of like we all watched That's So Raven.
Yeah.
But like I'm not watching Mickey's Game Time Hour at whatever. Like, what are the kids watching now? The kids. What do they watch now?
The babies.
TikTok? The babies? What are the
No, I don't know. I mean, they're like young.
What's the babies? Oh, what are the babies watching? I meant like the babies. That show on TBS Plus. Like, there's nothing in common anymore. And I'm like, I hope they're all watching something together.
It's really funny. Pippa the Pig.
Peppa the Pig?
Pippa, you know when like a DJ will remix, like there's like a new song coming out. It's like the remix to Blue, like I'm Blue, I'm a D. And we all know the original one.
Right.
But all the kids now only know this one.
Right.
And it's like one of those things where when I see on TikTok, they'll do like a millennial and they'll do a Gen Z dancing to each song. And the Gen Z person will be like singing the lyrics to like I'm Blue, but it'd be like I'm dangerous and I'm feeling alive.
Yeah.
And it's like
it's always danger.
Yeah.
We're always in danger.
But that wasn't the word. Like that's not the song. But they don't know.
Right.
Because they're only hearing the new, and that's how it works. Where did you get the money from? Do you guys know that one from TikTok? Okay, cool. I'm kind of like Gen Z too.
I hope it bursts. I hope the fucking bubble bursts. I'm just like, it's such a flat culture.
Well, one day we're gonna die.
That's true. But I want to see the bubble burst. I want to be alive for it.
Really?
I want some, like, culture is just, and I know it's late capitalism and I still have to finish capitalism, but like there's such a flattening of culture. It's like everything is just so meaningless these days. Think about like furniture. Like furniture breaks and is so cheap now. Like, remember when people used to have stuff? Like family heirlooms, like passed down. And now it's like you buy a dining table and then when you move, you're like, just throw it out. And it's like plastic and Airbnb looking Wayfair shit.
Yeah.
You know, furniture used to be like, I'm going to buy a table. And now it's like,
order the table.
Bullshit. And it all breaks. Everything breaks.
Yeah. Fast fashion.
Yeah.
Of the furniture.
I want
heirlooms.
Yeah, man. Like, what are you going to pass down?
I have nothing because all my stuff went away in a mudslide.
Right. You're the wrong person to ask. Are you going to pass this couch down?
I'll probably throw this couch away like tomorrow.
Yeah, and then that's the thing. We also don't even care about garbage. Like,
yeah, we don't.
When you don't want something, you just throw it out.
That's why we're starting a new movement. We're collecting trash called Please Don't Destroy. And we're going to recycle
Please don't destroy
stuff.
my Amazon Marketplace finds.
That's funny. I don't have any heirlooms to pass down. Do you? Like
you must. You like jewelry?
No, I don't have any nice jewelry.
Really?
Really?
I don't either,
like,
except the one I have now.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, what if you're
But like, I guess I'll pass.
If
what
your
will
son,
I do with this?
If your son asks you one day, like, Mom, I'm gonna propose to Mary. Can I have your ring?
I'd go, is she Jewish?
Duh.
No.
I was gonna get a high.
No, you don't propose with a living person's ring, do you?
You could.
Then I'd be like, as if, bitch.
Okay, well, there's your answer.
As if, son. Do what your father did. Get your shit together and buy her own ring.
Can I try it on?
No.
You sort of thought about it for a second.
I did. Well, there's two now, so.
Yeah, so I've never tried the two on. And I never will, I bet. But can I please?
I guess so. It's like, why?
Why do you get upset? Like, a lot of my other friends let me try their rings on.
I don't know. It's mine.
Both of them?
I guess. You just said you wanted to try both.
Yeah.
Put your finger out, bitch.
Oh my God.
I'm aggressive. I'm getting my period.
I can tell. You're so tense. Every time I put it on, I feel like a princess. Yeah. Oh my God. This would change my outfit every day.
Fun. It does change your outfit. You could be in a sweatshirt and you're just like, I just woke up.
Wait, this band is gorgeous, Em.
Thanks. I picked it out with John. I almost went thinner and I went, no, she's going to be fucking thick on there too.
This is a beautiful ring.
Thank you.
Does it look natural to see me like this? Thank you.
Yeah.
You hate it.
No, I love it.
When you see it on me, do you like it more for you?
It looks like mine. Like, it feels like I'm looking at you with my haircut, you know? I feel like I'm looking at you with, like, curls and bangs. I'm like, get that off.
Let me see. Like, if I took a phone call. You like it?
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, thank you. That was
Sorry,
awesome.
I shouldn't take that. I was, when I first got engaged, I was like, wait, this is me holding coffee. It is fun to be like,
it's so fun.
I get a little insecure about it sometimes. I already hate how this sounds.
we're going to blast you anyways.
When I'm on stage and I hold the mic with my left hand, I'm like, I'm not trying, or even doing like podcasting like this. I'm like, it just naturally looks like I'm like, check her out.
I've been looking at your ring the whole episode.
I know. I'm not wearing it for the special.
You're not?
No. Because it's not, that show's essence, it was made, and the heart of that show is unmarried Emily. Like, it just doesn't feel right. And like, I think if you are in an ideal world, this does so well, and the majority of people who watch it have never known who I was before. I don't think I think I should be
unmarried Emily.
Unmarried Emily, yeah, because that's what the show is. And
unmarried Emily.
Yeah, yeah, childless unmarried Emily.
I like that.
The best version. I'm kidding.
It's only gonna get better.
It's only going up.
I like
here,
that.
Girl. Yeah, I decided, and then so when I was in DC, I didn't wear it, and it's so funny. It did feel weird, but I actually did lose it, because sometimes I'm like, I just have the 2-second nano thought of like, I know, with my hand, and it's nice to perform it without like even thinking about it.
Yeah.
But whatever the next show is, I'll have it on, because I'm sure I'll have some married jokes in there, folks. You ever go downstairs to say good morning to your husband, and he's still sleeping? And you're like, girl, wake up. We're married.
We won't know because we're unmarried.
No, my audience will be more married people.
Maybe by then we'll be married.
Yeah.
She's like, you're never going to get married.
No, it's like now that I'm out of it, I'm like, I'm so not even thinking about marriage timelines anymore. But I'm like, I promise when whoever in my life gets in, I'll get back in with them.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, into wedding mode. Anyway, I feel like I have gobbled up all the airtime here. What's going on with you, Chloe? Anything more you want to talk about?
Let me look.
Whoa, good morning, girl. You going to Miami tonight?
Going to Miami tonight. 2 things.
Tell me.
Okay, I'm going to Miami tonight. That's not really part of it.
Welcome to Miami.
Bienvenido a Miami. Look at my boobs.
Hey, they look pretty big today, dude.
I know.
I tell you. My Diet Coke has been sitting here unopened this whole time. Did you? No. What? That's how much more we need to hang out.
Imagine.
I know. No, I'd hear about it right away. Although there's some stuff that you've done.
Yeah.
And then you call me right after and you tell me. And I'm like,
that's 5 seconds after. So have you ever heard of de-influencing?
Yeah, it's like when you like take a product down.
Yeah, which is like kind of fucked up. And like a lot of influencers are now de-influencing you on products. So like, and I feel like that's kind of messed up. But as the influencer creator that I am these days, I decided to take to the streets. And I went to go try the Erewhon dupe smoothie. Have you heard about it?
Nope.
There's a East Village Organic has a smoothie that's supposed to be like similar to Erewhon, and I tried it and I didn't really like it, but by no means was I trying to de-influence, but I totally did. And then a couple influencers like commented and was like, now that I saw your video, I'm not gonna go there.
Wait, what have you had the original, the Erewhon? Oh, okay. And what's in it? What?
I don't know. Heaven?
Oh, what does it taste like?
It tastes like Hailey Bieber and her
Oh,
skin.
that thing?
Yeah.
This is always when I feel like I'm not a girl.
It's okay. That's what I'm telling you about it. Anyway, I felt kind of guilty because I de-influenced some people.
How many?
I de-influenced 3 influencers.
I feel like de-influencing I'm curious about because like who's paying them then?
No, they're not getting paid. Wait.
They must be, right?
No, you just have to be really passionate about not liking it. Like if a PR brand sent me like 5 products and I tried them all and I was like, let me put you on. That's my influencer. This product that is $400 does the same thing that this product from CVS does for $5.99. I just de-influenced that.
Right. Okay, I see.
Did I get you guys? Do you guys feel like that makes sense to you?
It does make sense. I fully get it.
So I felt like I was like, I need to get myself out there. Like it's on trend to talk about this smoothie.
Yeah.
And then I felt really bad about it.
Was it like really bad or was it like,
no, I just said it's not Erewhon.
Right. And it was supposed to be this like.
Yeah, like I went there, I walked there.
How'd you hear about it?
I was influenced.
Okay.
On TikTok.
Did you message that influencer and go, excuse me, bitch?
You
lying,
lied.
Filthy, childless, unmarried bitch?
No, but I will after this.
You should comment and link to your TikTok.
In fact, let's at them right here.
Yeah, that de-influencing is interesting because it's like canceling a brand, basically.
It is. And then there's this one influencer that just came out. Her name is starts Glow something. I'll think of it. She spoke about Kylie Jenner's brand, saying that you don't have my shade match. And then Kylie started making that shade match. So then now she's
That's like positive de-influence.
Correct. It's like meta kind of. Because it's like.
No, it's not meta. It's like direct results.
I guess you're right. But she was like talking about it to talk shit. Like she was de-influencing it. Then it influenced it. It influenced the brand. Anyway, and now she's doing like a lot of projects of like, this needs to be doing this. And then she gets it. So she took her de-influencing and made it influencing.
Sometimes I don't like that when people like thing happens, especially when it's like a social justice warrior or like it's a vigilante type thing.
Totally.
That blows up. So then you think you have to do that for everything. And then like it becomes pretty transparent that you're just like doing the thing that made you go viral the first time.
That's so true. But also now that I'm like wanting to like have views on TikTok, I'll do anything for the views.
And I think everyone feels that way. And that's why I'm always like, this is horseshit.
It is horseshit.
Like horseshit. Everyone's just trying to get a piece of the pie.
I want a piece of the pie.
Who's actually trying to help you?
I want a bite of the pie so bad.
Why? And why?
Just because like.
What pie? What pie do you want? Money or fame?
Money. No fame.
Okay.
Money. I want to live my life.
I don't know if the money
is worth the juice is worth the squeeze.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is. I write contracts for these people.
But
it's different from what you do. For life, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like I would go for the sustainable long-term money.
I want to take a risk.
Yeah. But it's a lot of work to put into the internet. Like the thing I most despise about the career I'm chasing is how much in this day and age you have to be investing in your internet presence in order. You have to like sell out before you can sell out.
Correct.
Hey.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You have to sell yourself out before you can sell out a room.
I'll sell my soul to the devil.
And that's exhausting. So I'm sort of like, if it's not like a long-term actual passion, I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze because it's so hard and it takes so much.
So you don't think I am going to be a star?
No, I think you have everything in you to be a star. I think you have to question the reasons and go, is this what I really want? And am I really ready to commit my life?
What
to
if
this?
I said fame and not money?
Then I would go, I think your heart's in the wrong place, but I can't. You have to learn that for yourself.
Why would anyone choose fame over money?
Because it's intoxicating. It's the world's greatest drug. It's extremely intoxicating. Everybody wants to be famous, especially in our age where you grow up with the internet and it looks.
That's true because
so fun.
Success right now is measured by how many people know you in my industry and yours as well.
And mine, yeah.
Okay.
Tell me.
I think that your married life is about to take a turn and get fucking crazy because your Netflix special is going to be on Netflix. That's me manifesting.
It's not. Okay.
I'm going to say your special is going to be taken up by Netflix. And guess what? I'm going to get a bajillion followers on TikTok.
Yeah, and let me just say, I hope that didn't come across as me not believing in you. I think
it didn't.
I think I'm in the throes of like, hey man, I've been at it on this webscape for years.
Yeah.
And you still got it. You are just
Here's I'll tell
throwing
you,
shit
I'll
at
tell
a
you
wall
this
forever.
much.
So I'm like, brace yourself, dude.
I'm not going to quit my day job. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry. Unless I'm not going to quit my day job.
Yeah. Okay. And if you're sitting at home and you're listening to this.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
And you're welcome.
We love you guys. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening.
And have a great day today, okay? And a great week and a great life.
Have a great life. Have a great life.
Have a great life.
Love you, Ab.
Love you, chlo. Thanks for listening to Litty and Shitty in the Big Bad City.
Whether you were just cleaning your apartment, slaying at the gym, or strutting on these city streets, we're always grateful for your ears.
Be sure to follow or subscribe, tell a friend, and hey, leave a review. Lilas!
What?
Love you like a sister.
Oh, cute. Lilas!